Hello everybody. Okay, so story time today is going to be about the time that my daughter and her friend went into a laughing fit over a traumatizing time for me at the time. It was very traumatic, and they're in the back laughing. Now, what had happened was we was on our way to take her friend home, and it was in the summer. The windows were down, and I was going down the road, and a bee flew in and landed right in between my boobs. And at this point, I'm screaming, I'm sticking my hands down there trying to flip it out of there, get it out, and in the process they're laughing hysterically. I'm swerving all over the road, almost wrecked, mind you, and I could not find this bee. Oh, I was flipping out. And my daughter and her friend, after they were able to compose themselves, said to me, well, what did you want us to do? Do you want us to stick our hand down your shirt and get it out? No, but you could have at least grabbed the wheel to keep me from wrecking. I was going all over the road. Well, we finally get past that point. We get to her friend's house, drop them off and everything. And I think about this time, about good 20 minutes had went by. And after dropping her off, I go to turn around and come home, and I'm going down the road, and what do I see? That bee crawling out from in between my boobs, out of my bra. Somehow it got down in there, and it did not sting me, thank God, because I'm allergic to bees. But oh my God, I was flipping at this point. And at that point, because the first time it happened, I had nowhere to pull over. I mean, there was no way of pulling over, because the road that we was traveling on, there was like nowhere on either side of the road that you pull over. It wasn't like a real narrow road, it was a highway, but there was no way to pull over and be safe. And so when I was coming back, I was kind of getting to that same point to where you could not pull over, but when I seen that bee, it didn't matter. Oh my goodness, I flipped, and at this time, I was able to get it, and I slung it out the window. And later on, even though my daughter and her friend got, was hysterical over it, everybody else that found out what had happened was also laughing and started making puns and saying, that's what I call a boob bee. And they said, if you would have got stung, because I swell when I get stung, they said you would have had a third boob, and then we could have caught a triple nipple. Which I had to agree was kind of funny, and looking back on it, I could see the humor in it, but at the time, I mean, it wasn't a laughing matter for me. It was very traumatizing. You see a boo or a bee come in, go right through your boobs, and then you see it again crawling out 20 minutes later, and knowing you're allergic to it, knowing how bad it hurts when you get stung. And if that wasn't bad enough, it was like about 2 months later or so, I was in the car, and I had my phone. I sometimes stick my phone right here in between my bra strap, and the reason I do that is because I don't always hear it when it's in my back pocket, and I don't carry a purse, so I put it right there so I could hear it and I could feel it, so when it vibrates and I could hear it when it goes off. And I was going down the road, and I heard this buzzing. I was like, what the hell is that noise? I was like, but it doesn't, and it sounded like it was coming from my phone, but I couldn't feel the vibration of the phone though. I felt it a little, and I was like, oh, there must be something wrong with my phone. I removed it, and there was a bee under it. How? I don't know, but it was. And I was fortunate enough at that point I did not get stung neither. And my daughter had then asked me, she said, what is the obsession with bees in your boobs? I said, I don't know. It's like when I have the window down, for some reason, that is exactly where they go. I don't know if they're like aiming for it, or if it's just, just a coincidence that that's where they keep landing. I'm not really sure. I don't know if they're aiming or what, but after that, I just like, you know what? I don't need the windows down, just use the AC. But of course, at that time, I didn't have AC in my car, so that was the whole reason I had my window down in the first place. But it's not a very pleasant experience, and like I said, very traumatizing. It'd been probably more traumatizing if I actually got stung. But but it was not a fun time for me. Now my daughter and her friend, on the other hand, you know, my friends, they thought it was hysterical, so it was probably a really good time for them. But that's my story for time video for today. I'm sorry again it's late. I'm thinking I'm just going to start doing them on Saturdays because that is my day off and it seems to be easier for me. So I will see you all next week. Bye.